Hello and welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. This week in Irish football, and we're back, and a big story, big developments. We've all seen that viral video of Evan Ferguson arriving in Rome to a hero's welcome. So yeah, I'm joined by Stephen and Andrew Lanigan today. But Steve, talk to me about the scenes when you saw that video.
Put a smile on my face, man. I really did. It also shows that, you know, even though it's a loan move, like the fans were like, they're waiting for him. They're really excited for him. And I think you were saying he's getting given the number 11 shirt as well, which a lot of Roma legends have actually wore that shirt. I think Carlo Ancelotti actually wore it when he was playing back in the day. So I love it. And even the smile on Evan's face, you know, it's been a while seeing him with a smile on his face. And when he's seen the reception that he got, he looked delighted with himself.
Andrew, what did you think of it? Because I obviously, you know, I think it was like Sunday night when the video kind of surfaced. He obviously had landed in Rome. We're still waiting the announcement as we're recording. It'll probably be out by the time. Tomorrow, I'd say he'll be signing on Wednesday. But yeah, what did you think of it?
Yeah, I was buzzing with it, like, because you're seeing Troy Parrott move to Netherlands with Alkmaar and see how much he's kicked on. Obviously, Ferguson's had his fair share of injury issues with Brighton, and he didn't really kick on with West Ham. But linking up with Gasperini, obviously used to manage Atalanta, you're seeing like how well he developed Retegui, who's on his way to Saudi now for like 70 million. I think it's a great move. Like, it'd be Italy, top class Serie A club in Roma. So yeah, I'm delighted for him, and it's something different than just sticking around the Premier League. So there's a few people murmuring around about potentially going down to the Championship, trying to build up confidence there. But I think it's the best thing to get away from England, and it's the best thing Irish players can do, like, at the moment, and especially Evan, the position he's in, still young enough. Hopefully Gasperini can get the best out of him and he can kick on this season with Roma. But yeah, can't say much more. I just think the future's so bright. Like, he's still such a fantastic footballer. And yeah, we need him for the national team to kick on, and hopefully this is the season for it. And he can put the injury issues behind, and yeah, buzzing, see how he gets on.
Yeah, I think the two things that kind of annoy me really is the hatred towards him from Irish people, is the saying that he's finished and all. He's only 20 years of age, and I think, well, it probably doesn't annoy me, but the fact of the matter is, you said there about people saying he should go to the Championship, does not show that a club like Roma are coming in looking at him.
100%.
Everton were looking at him as well, because they were looking for a young striker to kind of come in as well. So there's clubs of a decent size still looking at him. But the thing I hate when I go onto social media, especially like we post the video, and there was a lot of people wishing him well, but then there was a lot of people just being like, oh, like, who, like, what's he achieved in the game and all this. Like, why do people say things? Like, it's just so stupid. And like, they're the first to jump on these players when they're doing bad, but then they'll be like, oh, I always said he was a great player when he's doing well. And it just really annoys me. It's like, why not get behind players who play for your team or play for your country or whatever? I just don't get this whole, oh, we're going to hate them until they come good and then we're going to like them. It's just, when has that formula ever worked?
Look, all you have to do is look at last January before he went to West Ham. Bayer Leverkusen, who were Bundesliga champions at the time, they were in form to replace Boniface if he went to Saudi. Marseille, who were competing for top four in Liga 1. Like, why would clubs be like that? Sorry, why would clubs like that be in form if he was just some washed, young, overrated talent?
But the thing. Sorry, go on.
No, like, you have to remember as well, like, Brighton valued him not even a year and a half ago at over 100 million pounds. Like, it's ridiculous. You can see the talent still there. Like, 100% see where you're coming from as well. Like, some Irish people bashing him or whatever. Like, what's the point? Like, genuinely,
it's not like he's been, in terms of like playing, he's been injured. It's not like he's been playing and making mistakes and missing open goals. No, he's literally been injured, and when he's been playing for Ireland, he's still been scoring goals. You know, so I literally don't get the hate. I don't understand if it was warranted, but the same thing was said about Troy Parrott and how he was brutal and he's the worst player in the world and all of this, and he's had his best season. Adam Ida's had his best season as well. I mean, hopefully now Ferguson and the three of them could have really good seasons next year. Imagine how good that could be in a World Cup year, and we have three strikers that could be going in and playing top league, I would say, football in terms of Celtic, Adam Ida, Champions League. They're all playing European football next season, which is big as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's actually a really, really good point as well. I mean, like, if he was like playing 25 to 30 games and getting like 4 or 5 goals, well then all right, you can maybe criticise him a bit. He hasn't been playing because he's been injured, and then when he wasn't injured, he wasn't getting into the Brighton squad, and then when he moved to West Ham, he wasn't getting the West Ham squad. Like there's only so much you can actually blame him for there. You know, he can only work with what he has in front of him.
The mad thing is that when he's leaving Brighton, he's linked with clubs that are all better than Brighton. He was linked with Arsenal. He was linked with West Ham,
Chelsea as well,
Bayer Leverkusen. He was linked to all these clubs last January, as you said. But Arsenal fans wanted him.
Yeah.
But yet he can't get into the Brighton team. I know João Pedro has gone to Chelsea. But he couldn't get into the team because all these players were ahead of him because he kept getting injured. And obviously Welbeck was on like the most experienced striker, and he was doing really well, in fairness.
Goals, yeah.
So you couldn't deny him the right of playing there. Then João Pedro, and they had a couple of other players ahead of him in the pecking order. So it wasn't a case of, as we said there, keeps going in, playing loads of games and missing opportunities and everything like that. He wasn't getting opportunities, you know what I mean? And I think he's the 4th youngest player to ever score a hat-trick in the Premier League. He equaled Wayne Rooney's record when he first came on the scene as well, for goals for a teenager, I believe. So look, he's 20 years of age, and the way people talk about him being like a world-class talent, I would have no doubts that he could go over there and really shine.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, people can hate, but he's gone over and playing with Paulo Dybala like that.
Yeah.
Even for Evan, like, he must be so excited to play with players like that. Artem Dovbyk, top goal scorer of La Liga 2 seasons ago. I mean, playing under Gasperini. I don't know. I absolutely love it. I'm delighted. And the reception, like you said, he got in the airport, the smile on his face, yeah, fills me with joy. I don't know how people can hate.
Yeah, well, some people are just bizarre, but leave them to it. Another transfer that's happening, it's not totally confirmed, but Stephen Bradley all but confirmed it, is Victor Ozhianvuna moving. It looks like it's Arsenal. Again, it wasn't clarified fully, but it says it's likely to be Arsenal and for a League of Ireland record fee. We obviously know Stephen Bradley has ties with Arsenal, but he said something along the lines of that's how much we value him. We value him how we value him, and I think he's right in terms of getting as much as they can for players. And it's good to see us getting fees, as in, I say us as in the League of Ireland, getting fees for our best players. It's a shame that they've relieved so young, but obviously he won't be going till he turns 18, so you'll still probably get to see him for a couple of years before he actually goes off. And a similar thing with Mason Melia and Spurs.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's been linked with Arsenal for a while, hasn't he? But
he's just been linked away from the club in general for a big move. Yeah,
exactly, and that's warranted. He hasn't played many minutes, but when he's on the pitch, he lights up the stadium. The fans love him. He's a young, electric, exciting, attacking player. He's actually getting put at wing back as well and still doing so well. He's shown like great attitude for a 16-year-old. And to be honest, like, yeah, look, it is what it is. I just hope that the move to Arsenal when he turns 18, I hope it works out for him. But for now, I mean, he's obviously going to be with us. So I'm happy to hold on to him for another couple of years.
For anyone who maybe hasn't watched him, like, what's his best position? Where does he play? You know, obviously he's being coached to play as a wing back. Is he a winger? Is he a midfielder? What's his best attributes?
Well, I mean, his best attributes is running at players and running in behind. So for us, he plays left wing back. So if he has the ball, I mean, you can expect a lot of flair, skill moves, step overs, and he's very, very fast as well. He's not afraid to try beat a player, like I said. He's not afraid to get in behind. So very young, electric, fast winger. And obviously, like I said, he does play wing back and he puts in defensive shift as well. So he has that side to his game as well. He actually scored his first goal against Wexford. Lovely volley.
Great goal, yeah. Andrew, have you seen much of him?
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong there. Was his first appearance in the Conference League?
Malta.
Against Malta.
Yeah, they brought him on.
That was arguably Rovers' biggest game in history.
Yeah, like...
No, they were down with injuries, but at the same time, he still brought him on for the extra time.
Yeah, and I've seen a bit of him play, like, very good technical footballer. Like, Rovers, obviously, Rovers and Pat's probably the two best academies in the country, but no, it's a great move to Arsenal, especially. Like, I think the fee itself is breaking Melia's fee as well, isn't it? So, yeah, no, it's great to see. It is great to see. And I don't watch as much Rovers as you now, but anytime I have watched him, just this flair about him. He has just something about him, doesn't he? Like, for his age, even, like, you can see why the likes of Arsenal are after him. And, yeah, it's a great move for him. And, yeah, wish him well, definitely. When he goes, he still has 2 years left, doesn't he? He's only 16.
Yeah, he's only
crazy.
16, yeah.
Crazy. Yeah. But, yeah, no, I think Paul made a good few points a few minutes ago as well, like that. League of Ireland clubs aren't getting their pants pulled down anymore for transfer fees as
And
well.
that's a big part of this as well, isn't it?
100%, yeah. Like a few years ago, just for example, Sam Curtis and I think Adam Murphy went for peanuts as well. Like Pats didn't really get their full fees. Like, and we're not even 2 years later. The likes of Mason Melia, Michael Nealon still obviously linked with a move to England, and then you've young Victor as well going over to Arsenal. So it just shows the growth of the league as well. It's just great to see overall. That League of Ireland clubs are standing their ground and tying these young players down to long-term contracts. And yeah, wish him well when he does go.
Yeah, not 100%. Yeah, look.
And one move as well that you didn't mention was Owen Elding's obviously linked with Juve as well. I don't know how true that is.
Mad rumor, yeah.
But that's another big one, yeah.
League of Ireland club is being linked to European giants. It's
League of Ireland
players. Sorry, I mean, it just shows how much the league has grown, though, isn't it? And the quality of the league has also improved massively over the past couple of years. So this is just a testament to that.
Yeah, let's talk about I suppose that in terms of European games. You were obviously over at Hagelman for the game in Lithuania. St. Pat's taking a 1-goal lead. Aidan Keenan's penalty over to Lithuania. You were there.
Yeah.
2-0 win. Talk Mitchell, what was the overall experience like from going over to the fans to the experience as a fan?
Yeah, no, it was a great trip, to be fair. Been doing Pat's European trips for a few years now. I think that was my 4th or 5th. So, I went over the Tuesday. I think there was 250 of us over, but arrived there late enough. Nice enough city, quiet enough, friendly enough people, and yeah, the game itself, Pats were very good. Like, it was, the buzz around the place was great. And then I think we were making out of ground or something 3 hours before kickoff or something. Obviously, there was a group of us there, like, but the police, there was a lot of police and all there, so treated it very serious. But the crowd we were playing, like, I think they're owned by an industrial company or something. They were only formed 14, 15 years ago or something. Yeah. They're a new enough club. But in terms of the game itself, I thought it was probably one of the most complete Pats performances this season. Like, granted, a lot of people are saying that the crowd we were playing weren't great at all, and that is a factor as well. But I don't think people can take away with how good Pats were on the night.
You can only be who was in front of you.
That's it. I think.
Do you think this is the type of performance that Pats fans have been waiting? Because obviously they struggled to just score goals, but they haven't been playing pretty bad. Like, they've been playing good, but they just have, and then someone scores against them, and that's the game gone.
Yeah, no, like,
it's been the story of the season.
Yeah. It sums up our season altogether. Yeah, obviously it was similar enough this time last year. The bit long European run kicked on our season. Will it happen 2 years in a row? I don't know. But no, I was very impressed with young Mason Melia. The past 2 legs, fantastic. Like, just he's had his fair share of critics in terms of his finishing in front of goal and his composure, but obviously he's still only 16, 17. It's going to come, but just his football awareness, like his hold up play, the way his pace, the way he just carries himself on the pitch is fantastic. Like, and obviously he scored on Thursday as well.
Did you get the assist as well? Or was that Keane Levy you got the assist?
Yeah, I think he got the assist for the second goal as well. But no, the way, like, it's just football awareness for his age is brilliant. Like, his IQ is just fantastic. And yeah, Keane Levy as well is probably his best performance I've seen in a Patch shirt last Thursday. Quote me if, like, probably an outrageous statement. It's not an outrageous one, but like, it was like watching a young Messi play, like, on the pitch. He was fantastic. He was last week.
That was a bit outrageous.
Not literally, but no, Pats, they played well the past few games. Like, it's obviously a difficult enough period coming up now. Drawing with Shells in the cup today. Calju, I think, coming up now on Thursday, which won't be an easy tie at all. But if we get past them, we're due a European joint in Besiktas or Shakhtar Donetsk. So it's a mad time to be a Pats fan. But like, I'm hoping the last 2 wins just kicks us on for the league, because people will say, like, I call Pats for the league, or I thought we'd be up there at least. A lot of the League of Ireland fans did as well. Like,
we did.
Yeah, we all did.
Thought it'd be up there, competing, and it's obviously 6th or 7th in the league. It's not really good enough, and we have to kick on for the rest of the season now, because I hope I'm wrong. We're only 6 points off the European places, but I think it's too much of a stretch at this stage to consider us finishing in the top 3 or 4. But in terms of a cup run, we do like winning a cup, so hopefully we can put something together there and hopefully get through the next round of Europe. But I'm surprised we haven't made any signings as well. Seeing something there the other day, we're the only team in the window or in the League of Ireland that haven't made a sign in this window, which is a mad one considering I thought Pats would do the most business this window. But no, Kenny obviously fancies the squad to hopefully do the business for the rest of the season because we have a big squad there. But yeah, no, I was delighted last Thursday to just get through because yeah, it's been a tough few weeks. Like, couldn't score for our lives, you know what I mean? But yeah, no, looking forward to the second round on Thursday against Calgary. Should be an interesting one, first leg in Richmond Park. Yeah, hopefully do the business there. I don't know much about them. They're an Estonian outfit. But yeah, I think we're favourites. That means nothing in football, realistically, at all. But now I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, hopefully we can kick on for the rest of the season because we need to. Like, it is a big few weeks ahead for us. And yeah.
So you were talking about there about Pats and saying that you don't. I think that's a bit mad. You're saying that they don't have a chance of getting Europe because all it takes is Bowes to have a bad run, have 2 or 3 games, Pats to have a good run, and same with Derry.
See,
and then he's right back in it. And you think of if you go back to last season for an example, if you can kick on at those games and climb the table, then all of a sudden you're in a good position again. Shells might drop off if they go far in Europe. So there is those things to take into consideration. Surely
there is definitely, like, but what I've seen in the league the past few weeks, like, I haven't been convinced at all. Like, Kenny's said the opposite in some games, that we played very well in some games. Like, we have, and we struggled to put the ball in the back of net. But there's also been some dire performances, like the likes of Cork away, where we drew Nealon, who Cork are really bad at the moment. Like, and I think we got 1 shot on target all game. That was like that's when I was like,
we can't comment on that situation. So sorry, but yeah, you can.
Like, it's just mad. Like, it's mad. But a lot of people are saying, oh, it's going to click eventually. 24, 25 games in. Hasn't really clicked in the league. You got to just hope Europe helps us in that sense. But it did last year. Will it happen 2 years in a row? I don't know. But obviously we are good. If we have the players, we have the talented squad there. Like, we've won the best squads in the league. Like, Joe Rebels.
Other than Rovers, I think he's the best, yeah.
That's it. Like,
well, the thing is, this squad showed at the end of last season what it actually can do. And
well,
that's probably...
He added though as well. He did add players too. Like,
with additions. And that's probably why Kenny hasn't made any like new signings in the window.
I know, yeah. Like, but you're saying it can do it. You can't just show up for 1/3 of a season. You can't just decide to show up.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, no, that's fair. But what I'd ask is, what position would you like strengthened in? If you were the one in charge of that, you're the recruitment.
Left back.
Okay.
Jay McKellen's been very good the past few weeks, but
he's not a left back.
He's not a left back. A left back. We definitely need another winger. 100%.
Another winger.
Yeah. 1,000,000,000%.
Elbazetti, Mulroney, Levy plays there sometimes.
Simon Power.
Yeah. That's four really top level.
Elbazetti hasn't been great at all this season. Same with Mulroney. They just both haven't hit. Like, I wouldn't obviously get rid of them now, but they're just, Elbazetti has just hit a barren door for some reason. Mulroney's played well the past few weeks, to be fair to him, in the league. But no, I'd be definitely going for another winger. And
he's done well in the first European games, didn't he?
I'll take Mulroney off your hands over in Tala.
No comment.
Player.
We definitely need another midfielder as well. 100%.
Okay.
Definitely. But I don't think we'll do anything this window. It's probably more for the end of the season.
Do you think Chris Forrester coming back maybe from injury could be like a new signing?
Like, he's only coming back from injury. People are saying he's only coming back from injury, but like, Kenny rushed him back a few weeks ago. I can't remember what game.
After the Shells game.
Yeah, he was asked him to play or something the day of the game. I think
it was the Waterford game, was it?
Something like that, and he injured himself again. But like, he's been back the past few weeks and he hasn't started. But Barry Bagley's been fantastic. That's one player who's been absolutely playing out of his skin the past few weeks.
Do you think that maybe the fact that you rushed him back the first time, that he's probably nursed him back this time?
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, that's it. Because obviously, Forrester's unbelievable. Everyone knows how good Forrester is. Hopefully that is the case, and hopefully, listen, I don't know what Kenny does be drawing up in the tactics room the whole time, but hopefully he hasn't just decided to bench him the whole time now, you know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully that is the case, as you were saying, that he's just nursing him back and he can get back into the squad ASAP, because I think we're so much better with a number 6 and Jamie Lennon. Give Forrester just 2 8s together, the likes of Forrester and Bagley beside each other, were so much better than playing a 6, 8 and a 10. So I'll be interested to see. Hopefully Forrester's back in the squad for Thursday against Calju, because it's a huge game.
Yeah, he's good at FIFA on the all right analog, isn't he, Steve? I believe you were online with him last night. I saw that. But no, let's talk about Shells. Obviously in the Champions League, great win up in Linfield. Didn't make it easy, let me tell you. Conor Kearns and Lorcan Healy nearly both given a goal away from the basically kickouts. So very, very lucky. But Shells, I thought, showed some good character to go up there and get the win. And you thought the players like Meepo really showed his class in this game. He didn't score a goal, but in terms of you spoke about Mason Melia and kind of centre forward play. I thought Meepo's centre forward play in this game was brilliant. He was just taking the ball in, laying it off, and finding good passes and bringing other players into play. And he looks really, really confident at the moment, and he looks like he's really, like, if he does get a chance in the box, I think he's going to put it away. I just had that feeling about him. Obviously, he got that first goal in the first leg, and it was a great finish as soon as Sean Boyd came on. But I think, Shells, I think are going to be a lot stronger now. You mentioned, obviously, the new signing, Jack. What's the middle name? It was Henry Francis. You're very impressed with him, and you think he's going to be a big player. I haven't seen enough of him, but I suppose I'll let you touch on him briefly.
Yeah. I thought he was fantastic with Sligo. I think Sligo signed him for half a season last season. I think they signed him in the summer last year.
From us, and he's been on the bench for us
in the Champions League, away in the Bernabeu. Like, just that experience alone. But I thought he was fantastic when he came in for Sligo last year. A lot of people were touching at it at the time when he came in, and when he left, Sligo fans were gutted. Like, he was like a step above the league. So I think Duff was even trying to bring Jack Henry Francis in before obviously he walked, but now he's a great footballer, great technical footballer, and Joey O'Brien obviously. Oh.
Sorry, I just see Callum O'Dowd has scored in Europe for Ferencváros.
There you go.
Happy days, yeah. But no, I think it's going to be a great signing for Shells. Great bit of business, bringing in a midfielder. Especially going into Europe as well. Great player.
He might score against us in the cup.
Oh, don't start that. Don't start that.
But here, Paul, I want to ask you about Meepo. Obviously you touched on him a little bit there, but like, do you feel like under Joey O'Brien, like Meepo can like reach that next level? Because he really seems like he's proper up for being the main man.
I think he was showing signs of it under Duff, and obviously we did a football golf with him, and he couldn't have spoke higher about Duff, and that was 2-3 weeks, maybe a month before Duff left. And he was saying how much he loved working with Duff. So I don't know. I didn't sense anything that would say that they didn't get along, because it seemed like they really liked each other. So I'm surprised of his kind of upturn in form under Joey O'Brien. I think he's been superb under Joey O'Brien. And I do think he could bring him to the next level potentially. But he needs to start being a bit more composed in front of goal, because he does get chances. He snatches at a lot of chances. Whereas last week I thought he was just playing more of a team player, whereas a lot of the time he's playing more to score the goal, to be the man, whereas I think now he's actually realising the more he plays, brings players into the game with him, he'll look a far better player as well. So he needs to be creating chances and obviously scoring chances, and he's doing both. So he was really good. I remember there's a couple of times on the counter attack last week. He played in Harry Wood at one point, a lovely ball, and got us just high up the pitch when we were under pressure. He's really good at running with the ball when the defence have been under the cosh for a while. They have that pacey outlet just to carry you up the field, just to give you that that break from constantly, relentlessly defending pressure, which I think could be the case in Karabakh. So I think having someone like Meepo being able to carry the line, and then when you bring on someone like Sean Boyd, who can be the kind of battering ram that then still allows Meepo, and their link up is unbelievable. Even again away in Windsor Park, when Boyd came on, and just even the link ups, like they would throw in little chest back to Meepo, back to Boyd, and they were just looking really, really good. They're just a really good partnership. They seem to really enjoy playing with each other, and they understand each other's game. Players like Kerr McEnroy I thought was really good last week as well. I'll be interested to see as he gets fitter what are his levels like. This new lad coming in as well. They signed a new goalkeeper today as well from Minnesota on loan till the end of the season. So Dutch goalkeeper, I think his name's Steele. And they signed him, so it'll be interesting to see does he rate Kearns and Healy if he's bringing this goalkeeper in? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I think Conor Kearns last season was amazing. He was, if not the best goalkeeper in the league last year, and that's why Shells won the league, because he was so good. A lot of those games were very tight games, and he had to be, on it, and he was. And I thought he was outstanding. It's just he's looked a bit off this year. Now he came off injured in the same game, so he could be just carrying a knock. I do like him as a goalkeeper. So look, the more competition, the better. But it's just interesting to have 3 goalkeepers now. I just think that was a bit.
I read today, apparently Kearns has a hamstring injury. So apparently that's probably.
So maybe it's cover.
Yeah, that's it. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, then maybe that makes a bit more sense. It'd be interesting to see who starts then against Qarabağ. Then will it be Lorcan Healy or will it be this new Dutch goalkeeper? But he only got announced today before Joey O'Brien's press conference. But yeah, look, I'm really excited for a European run, because obviously winning the first leg was key to progress and get more shots in Europe. I don't think Shells will beat Qarabağ, but as Paddy Barrett said to me in the gym the other day, we'll give it a lash. So that's all you can ask for.
You're guaranteed the Conference League playoffs though. Like even if you lose every game from now on, which is great for you. Obviously, like all you have to do, like it just shows people give out about the league itself, winning the league. You don't get much for winning the league, like financial wise. But in Shells' case, like winning the league this year, it's unbelievable for them in terms of the finance they got from the first round and just winning that round. They're one round away from qualifying for European group stages. Like that's ridiculous. Like what I mean?
What did you think of 3 seasons ago? Just coming up under Duff, you know what I mean? Well, Ian Morris obviously got the club promoted, but then it was Duff who came in and kind of took it to that next level with Joey O'Brien and Lukey Byrne and all these kind of people coming together, and they've really done something. I think really, I don't think a lot of clubs would have done it the way Shells have done it. Like to come up like that, having been relegated up and down so many times and in the doldrums, and then to come up and win the league the way they did under Duff. I just thought that was a real kind of and you probably won't agree because you support other Dublin clubs, but like if you're a football romanticist or maybe say the casual fan, you'd look at that and go, that's a deadly story. Damien Duff, Irish legend, coming back to the League of Ireland, giving it everything for the League of Ireland, wins the league, blah blah blah, and the Shells are in Europe. Obviously he's left the team, but I think what he's done in terms of being able to carry the club, and I think Joey O'Brien has to take a good credit as well, to get over the line in Linfield. His first, like, he's been really thrown in the deep end. Your first job is to go in, and within a couple of weeks you're managing the Champions League, you're coming up against top level opposition. But I often credit Rovers last year for what they did and how enjoyable those away games, going over and covering Shamrock Rovers against Molde and against Chelsea, all these other things. I just thought it was brilliant. Even like the views on our content alone up there, like back-to-back videos on 100k on just like one platform alone. Like I'd say about 500,000 views of just the fans celebrating with the players and stuff like that. So look, we want more memories like that where the fans are enjoying their European adventures. Hopefully Pats can progress again and then have a good European tie against Besiktas or Shakhtar. Obviously they played Istanbul.
St. Joseph's.
No, Istanbul.
Oh, Başakşehir. I thought you were asking me who Rovers play.
No, we'll come to them now next. But yeah, so like obviously they didn't beat them, but if you get a good tie there, at least it's, good, it's a good memory. It's if you beat them, unbelievable. We cross that bridge when you get there. But it's that thing like when I look at that Rovers European run last year and how much everyone was talking about Irish clubs in Europe, it was great. The only thing that wrecks my head is when people just call them Shamrock. Just annoys me.
All the English people.
Yeah, it's just called them their full name. But at least with Shelbourne, they'll be saying Shelbourne. But at least they'll say the one word. But yeah, no, look, I'm really excited now. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a prolonged European period that carries on all the way up to Christmas and beyond, like Shamrock Rovers did. And I'll bring it to you, Steve. Obviously, Shamrock Rovers represented the country so well last year, and they've got probably a better squad this time around, and they've a lot more of their better players fit this time around. And it doesn't give any big injuries going into this European run. So I think a lot will be expected of Shamrock Rovers based on the back end of last season and their European run, which what a run it was.
Yeah, I completely agree. It obviously starts this week with St. Joseph's. We're away in Gibraltar.
And Shells bet them last year.
Exactly, yeah. I think, I think this would be a handy one for us overall. Who we get in the next round then obviously determines on results, but yeah, I'm actually I'm so buzzing, lads. I really, really am, because like you said, the back of that huge run last season, and that was actually one of my points I was going to make. Our squad is better. We've obviously lost Ferrugia, Dara Burns and Johnny Kenny, who are huge parts of that run, make no mistake about it, but we've actually like overall improved our squad even more. So I genuinely think we can do something similar again. I really do. It will obviously be harder this time around because obviously we had better chances to qualify because we started in the Champions League qualifying rounds, but last season. But yeah, I fancy just to put a run together. I really do. I'm really liking that squad, and the new signing John McGovern as well. He looks like an absolute animal in front of goal. Played it was actually his fourth start. Yeah, it was his fourth start since he's been here. He's played 3 games. He started one last week against a Northern Irish team in a friendly, 2 goals in 7 minutes. I mean, he looks very good. I think he'll be popping in goals in Europe for fun.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Any thoughts on Rovers before we wrap up?
Yeah, big one, big game Thursday for them. But I think they were seeded though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Seeded, so it's a good draw for them. St. Joseph's obviously Shells not comfortably, but they beat them. Beat them well last year, and yeah, Rovers, they do have the best squad in the country. Like, they'd be relishing it. I think, like, if there's any club in Ireland that's probably going to get to the group stages, it's probably going to be Rovers or gets closest to it. Like, yeah, biggest. You just don't have any injury issues as well going into it. You just have a fully fit squad, which last year I know you had your fair share of injury issues.
We were hammered with them.
Yeah, but
especially after Christmas when they had the big games against Molde. Like, you had Nealon starting, who really didn't have any business starting that game over there. Obviously, he made history. I was at that game. That was class. But you had a lot of players that were injured and didn't have a. When you brought it back then to Tala, you just think if you had a Jack Byrne or Rory Gaffney or something like that, it could have been the difference. And unfortunately, it wasn't, because he could have taken the, it would have been the furthest to live.
Well, the big thing in that game was missing Dan Cleary and Dylan Watts because they were suspended. So that obviously that killed us a bit as well. But I really do think we'll do something similar this season. I really do. I really am enjoying this squad at the moment. I love it. So much depth.
Do you reckon you should have the league one?
I'll never say yeah.
Do you reckon?
I think they have.
Yeah, I do as well.
Look, I hope he's alright. I'll be honest, I hope he's alright.
Who's catching them?
No one.
He tried to say Derry a couple of weeks ago. I said they'd fall off.
No, I didn't.
They lost against Sligo.
Now, to be fair, I didn't say Derry will catch us. I just said Derry deserve the credit they, for their performances, but then they go and lose in Sligo.
And they go and spoil it all. But yeah. And I think Shells actually might go on a bit of a run. It depends on what way Europe goes, but I think Shells could go
in
on
the league.
Yeah, I think so, because they've gone on a bit of an upward turn now. They seem to be playing a bit more direct. It's not just pass for the sake of it. They are trying to get at teams, get in behind teams, and it's a bit more kind of cutthroat. Whereas I thought under Duff, especially the last maybe month, it was very passive. Like, it was just pass.
Yeah.
And if anyone's playing in a team, you're not passing the ball quick and fast and forward. Yeah. You're going to just reorganise and regroup. It'll be hard to shut down or break down. And I think that's what Shells were really lacking. Now it looks as though Shells can pierce through teams. But he's actually playing to meet both strengths, and he's getting players like Ali Q and Harry Wood. And them three look like the shackles are off them now in that front three under Joey O'Brien. And look, they weren't playing particularly badly under Duff. I'm just saying that they just seem to be more free under O'Brien. I don't know what exactly he's changed, but it just seems to be that way. And then they've obviously brought in that new midfielder, Jack Francis Henry France.
Yeah.
So they brought in him. So it'll be interesting to see where he fits in that midfield, because you've got Coyle's been playing at the back because of injuries and stuff like that. I wonder would another centre half come in there just in case. Just because I think I heard Sam Bone's going to be going, and I heard a couple of people are kind of rumoured to be coming in and stuff like that. But because Sean Gannon's been playing like a right centre back in a 3 a lot of the time. Again, it's not really his position. He did play a bit at Rovers, but his best position's on that right hand side where Evan Caffrey's been playing. But Evan Caffrey's been playing really, really good as well. So like all of these players, I think everyone's been playing well. I just think now Shells just need to start winning games, and they've obviously been doing that of late. So it's just a matter of continuing on that now. And they've actually, when I kind of was a bit critical a few months back, saying that I kind of looked at the squad saying I don't think they're as good as they are. But when I was actually watching them the other night in Linfield, I was actually thinking to myself, going, you know what, like Ciara McEnroy there, very good player, and then you're looking at Meepo up front, Ali Q, Harry Wood, Evan Caffrey, James Norris,
Sean Boyd.
Yeah, there's a lot of actual good players there when you actually think about it. Maybe I was kind of downplaying it a little bit so that they would start becoming coming good in the league. But no, actually, and I think I do. I know you don't really rate Mark Coyle, but I think he's a great player, great leader. And
he was.
Sean Gunn.
I will say one thing. Mark Coyle was, when you beat us in Richmond Park 1-0 a few weeks ago, he was fantastic. He was unreal. Like, and no, I just want to touch on one thing.
Probably had a point to prove to you.
Oh yeah, probably yeah.
Sorry, go on.
Seeing you understand.
No, I want to touch on one thing as well. I think Shells did very well I think it's great they appointed Joey O'Brien instead of just going rogue and getting a manager out there. You need that kind of continuity in a team, like, and you see it. I don't know, but apparently Joey was the fella doing all the work on the training ground behind the scenes, stuff like that with Shells. So for like the players as well, it's probably a good thing as well to probably obviously not have a fresh face, but have a fresh face delegating stuff in the dugout instead of Duff. But no, I think Joey O'Brien, very good things about him, great coach, and I think he's probably going to do very well with Shells. To be honest, I think Shells that got that appointment spot on in terms of that, and yeah, things are looking up for Shells now, aren't they?
Yeah, no,
I think he makes it more about the players than Duff did. Made it more about him, but I think that was Duff's way of taking the brunt of the criticism, whereas Joey's like, no, they're the players. When they do well, congratulate them. He's very much like that. So.
Yeah, you see, even seeing it in like the pre-match interview, I think at Linfield, against Linfield at home, he was just talking about the players the whole time. I think it was Tony O'Donoghue kept asking him about Duff and all, like on the night.
He needs to stop calling him the manager though.
Who?
Joey needs to stop calling Duff the manager.
Oh yeah.
He's the manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Steve, you were going to say about Chelsea or Joey O'Brien?
All I was going to say really was if you get a player like Meepo playing consistently well, I think you've a chance of going on a run in the league, a run in Europe, because I actually do rate him like really high. He's obviously played at United, at City, at West Ham. Like, there's a reason for all those things, you know. He's I really rate him high. He came to Tala this year and scored, and watching him in person, I was actually sitting lower in the stands for this game for once off, and like his movement and his presence, oh my god, I think he's an absolute player. I really do. So I think if he keeps going, and I actually do think he will keep going the way he is, because he does seem, like you said, like he's playing more of a team player, and he's really enjoying this football under Joey O'Brien. So I think Shells will put a little run together now. I wouldn't be shocked.
And just lastly, we're talking about kind of clubs in Europe, and it's not an Irish club, but Robbie Keane's Ferencváros beaten Noah FC, but Callum O'Dowda did score the goal in the first leg. I think it's the first leg.
It is, yeah.
And they won a 2-1 with Callum getting one of the goals. So again, we spoke the Champions League. We're talking about Irish players. Could this be a comeback for Callum O'Dowda?
100%, yeah. That's his first European game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's fantastic.
I haven't seen the goal now, but it's just I got an alert saying he scored.
Well, look, I mean, we were debating whether, like, was he brought over there as a squad player, or was he brought over to get into starting 11? Started in Europe, his first European game, scored. So that's fantastic.
Competition for Robbie Brady.
Yeah.
No, genuinely, because we've been critical of Callum O'Dowda in the past as a defender, but obviously I don't know whether he's playing a wing back there or what for Keane in Europe.
I've never been his biggest fan myself, to be completely honest. But see, you need that, like, players playing the championship to get that offer to go abroad, and say there's teams offering them European football, like whether it be Champions League qualifiers, Europa League qualifiers, Conference League qualifiers, get their name out
It's
there.
all European football.
That's it. That's it. Like, it's gonna get out there. Good experience, like, especially if they play well and play every week. Like, it can do them more good than harm. You know what I mean? Especially just like you see players staying in England the whole time. You don't even hear about half them anymore. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why, I mean, recently we're kind of seeing a reoccurring theme of players going abroad. Jake O'Brien and Troy. I know they want the first players to go abroad, but they kind of like set the standard.
Josh
you know?
Cullen, Festy done well.
Yeah.
You know, they all got big moves then off the back. Well, I wouldn't say big moves, they got good moves off the back and established themselves as internationals as well, because of they went away and they learned to trade. Yeah, I mean, this is like someone like Bazoon he went to try and reignite his career, and then he got injured, unfortunately. Yeah. But like, it's good to see so many players going abroad. Obviously, this fella Ferguson's going to be going to Rome, and that's going to be exciting, and hopefully that's announced in the next 24 hours or 12 hours, you would hope. But yeah.
Before we finish, I'm going to say Ferguson will be competing for the gold boot in Serie A.
Okay.
I said it.
Okay. Remember that. Keep that in the video, guys. If you want to discuss anything we discussed, drop it in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.